It's Amber Randall, and right now I'm about to go into a little rant because I promised myself I would speak about how bothered I was in regard to something I recently found out. I just woke up from a nap, so excuse me for looking like a hot mess. I threw this red lipstick on as a little bit of a distraction. Nevertheless, we're going to continue on and speak about my recent findings. So, I went grocery shopping today, as usual, which I do several times a week because I'm a vegan and I buy a lot of fresh foods. But amongst the fresh foods that I do buy a few items that are boxed, I guess you could say, or pre-made, and I thought were healthy. But something told me to look into the ingredients for MSG. Um, so I did. Now, I just want to explain that I originally was not a vegetarian or vegan. I ate meat. When I decided that that just wasn't the right choice for me, I slowly and gradually transitioned into veganism. I was a lacto-ovo vegetarian, which means I ate cheese and milk, and then I transitioned into regular vegetarian, mostly whole grains and vegetables and fruits, and I still ate honey. And then eventually I became a vegan, which means I don't eat anything at all that comes from an animal, period. So for me, finding foods, alternatives from the things that I had incorporated into my diet for the past 28 and a half years, um, and substituting them with healthier options and things that were kind of similar was really hard and a big transition, something I'm still learning about because I haven't been a vegan for that long. And I look for things that are healthy because that's the reason why I chose to become a vegan is because I wanted to live a healthier lifestyle. I exercise, I work out, and I want to take care of myself and stick around as long as I can and be healthy while doing it. Unfortunately, when I really took a further look into some of the things that I was buying, I was completely disgusted to find out that a lot of them contained MSG, MSG monosodium glutamate. It's an additive in food that makes it taste better, and it's totally unnecessary and harmful, but we'll get into the harmfulness of MSG a little bit later. Right now, what I want to talk about, I'm comparing this video to what I'm comparing MSG to, and the FDA choosing to include MSG in food and food companies choosing to add it into their food and how they so deceitfully disguise MSG by using other terms. It's really disheartening and upsetting. And I'm comparing how the FDA is going upon doing this along with the food companies who are adding these additives into their food, kind of like dating a person whose phone is always going off all times of the night, and you ask them, what's going on? What's this all about? Why is your phone always going off? And they tell you not to worry about it, everything is fine, and you trust them because the relationship seems to be going well and you have no reason to worry. But constantly, their phone's still going off and they're getting messages, and you finally get the balls to look into it, and then you find out that he or she is creeping behind your back, talking to other people. Well, to me, labels, rewording, and using other terms for things like MSG and other harmful additives is like that guy or girl that's just fronting. But at the end, it's no good for you. And I understand that when you're busy and you have a lot of things going on in your life, you don't have the time to run down every single ingredient that's in the foods that you're eating and know what they mean. I can't make you care about the things that I care about, even though I feel as though people should probably care a little bit more about the things that they're putting into their bodies. Um, and I'm gonna just start off with a couple of products that it just blew me away. First, okay, can you see this? Now, I'm gonna forewarn you guys that I'm not going to be pronouncing things properly all the time because I'm not a chemist, I'm not a scientist. I'm going to be reading off some of these other terms for MSGs and chemicals that I don't really know how to pronounce. But okay, but here, this first off thing that totally threw me through a loop today. I was just pissed. Sambazan Energy Mocha Java. I feel as though I've been single-handedly keeping this new product in business because I buy at least 7 of them a week and they're almost $4 a pop. That's almost $30 a week I've invested into over the last few months this product because, okay, take a look at the back. It's non-GMO certified, which means no genetically modified organisms. It's USDA organic, it's vegan, and it's gluten free. Um, wow. Okay? All of these things, and then you look at the ingredients, and it has carrageenan in it. What is carrageenan? Carrageenan is a polysaccharide. It's part of the polysaccharide family, which is like a long carbohydrate. An example would be cellulose or starch. And nevertheless, it's extracted from red algae and seaweed. Um, and it's kind of used as like a thickening agent or whatever. It's really harmful. It's been linked to um, colitis, gastrointestinal inflammation, and I'm totally against animal testing, but in food animals, it's been linked to cancer. And obviously, it's not something that you should be ingesting, but it's in a product that's supposed to be like this amazing, healthy, super expensive, mind you, drink, that goes out into the Amazon to get this acai superfood, and it's got some shit in here that's totally bad for you and can give you cancer in the long run. Like, that was the first thing that I was just like, I can't believe this. Seriously? And I'm trying to be healthy. How deceiving is it for them to just say there's MSG in this, but they use other terms? That's the first thing. Number two, yay, I thought almond breeze. All right, two things. This Sambazan Energy Mocha Java, to me, was a shit because before I became a vegan, I drank coffee in the morning, and it was something that I really liked, and there really wasn't any tasty alternative that I'd found since I found this product because there's nothing like cream and coffee. It tastes banging, and when you can't have cream, the substitutes really don't hit it like real cream does. And then finding this and then having it be completely organic and vegan to me was really great, but it's got some really harmful chemicals in it. It's like the things you miss before you transition into a healthier lifestyle that you want to be able to find in other things that are healthier, and they're just not healthy, like chocolate milk. So you go with almond milk and look on the ingredients and find that this too has carrageenan in it. And it also has natural flavors. How do we get into natural flavors? The average person would think that natural flavors would be, if something says almond milk, well, if it's almonds, maybe they're adding some natural almond extract flavoring to it. No, natural flavorings and natural flavors are chemicals that the companies just don't want to disclose to you, and the FDA has worked a way around it to just say natural flavorings. They can contain hundreds of chemicals just to make up one little natural flavoring that scientists and food testers do to add to something just to make it taste good. And these things are super harmful. They're terrible for you. And here I am thinking, okay, cool. I'm drinking almond milk. Almonds are actually really good for you. And whether you're a vegetarian or a vegan or not too much dairy in your diet is healthy. So, it's lactose free, vegan, made of real almonds, and has stuff in here that'll kill you. What the fuck is that about? This is not cheap. This is like almost $5 for a bottle of this, a carton, a container of this. And it it's that these products are claiming to be so great for you, and then on the side, they have things that are going to give you cancer and swelling, and we're going to get into all other stuff. Okay, here, Thai Kitchen. So obviously, if you have a peanut allergy, you're not going to be buying this anyway. When things say less sodium, a lot of times, MSG. Look on the ingredient list, flat out says hydrolyzed soy protein yeast extract. Those two things are code words for MSG, but totally does not say MSG. Okay, you can't even make rice noodles without feeding yourself a bunch of terrible chemicals. And here's the thing, I love cooking, and I don't always have processed foods in my diet, but when I'm busy and I don't have time to cook a bunch of stuff, these things are quick and they look like they're healthy, and they're not. This right here I thought was a godsend. Almond Dream, because I loved yogurt, and this tastes better than yogurt in my opinion. It's totally delicious and totally expensive. $2 just for one 6-ounce yogurt when you can buy usually like 4 to 6 regular yogurts for $2 total. Now, you look on the back of this, and not once, but 2 times, it says natural flavor. Become educated about what natural flavor really means, because it's nothing natural about it. Nothing at all. And it's not natural, it's harmful. It's extremely harmful. And here I am thinking, this is so awesome. I'm being so healthy, eating almond yogurt and almond milk, and drinking this really great Sambazon energy drink from the Amazon with acai and all this other shit. And I'm over here killing myself with chemicals and looking at other people eating a whole bunch of McDonald's and all this other soda, candy, things that I don't eat, and thinking, now that's unhealthy. That's totally not good for you. I'm staying away from that. And the stuff that I'm paying twice, sometimes 3 times, maybe 4 times as much more money for is just as bad for me. It's not right. Something like hummus, natural flavors. You can't even eat mashed up chickpeas without them having 1,000 extra chemicals. Let me tell you what MSG does to people. This is just a short list, okay, of proven finds that monosodium glutamate has proven to cause as health risks: kidney disease, obesity, joint pain, irregular heartbeat, diabetes, sleep disorders, stroke, poor memory, memory loss, epilepsy, brain lesions, ALS, Alzheimer's disease, heart attacks, severe to moderate headaches, shortness of breath, and the list goes on. It's really important that you realize that MSG and all these other chemicals in the foods you eat, whether you think you're being healthy or not, play a huge role in your health. And you should take your health seriously, because it's all you have. If you don't have your health, you don't have anything else. A lot of times when people fall ill or start having symptoms of things that they think could be wrong with them, they don't look necessarily into the foods that they're eating. They think that, oh, well, if I have breathing problems, maybe I have asthma or bronchitis. If I have, heart problems, maybe I'm gonna have a heart attack or something, but they're not associating it with the things that they're eating. The things you put into your body affect how it functions. And all these terrible things that are put into the processed food that we eat, whether we think it's healthy or not, play a huge role on how well we feel. And they affect your livelihood. Now, I know a lot of people might not have even made it this far through this rant that I'm going on about. I personally just pissed off because I eat what I thought was a lot of healthy stuff, and it has really terrible things in it. And I'm going to make an effort not to purchase these things and to show you guys just a few things that you probably shouldn't have in your diet either. Um, it's really messed up when you make a conscious decision to live a healthier lifestyle and eliminate things that are bad for you, incorporate things that you think are healthier, and they wind up not being healthier. That's why I've made this video. The FDA totally rewords these names for stuff that is essentially killing you. Why they're doing it is because, obviously, of money. MSG is derived from sugar beets and molasses and seaweed, and it's extremely cheap, and it makes really low grade foods and higher grade foods taste good. And by making something that's really cheap taste really good, they can sell a lot of it and raise the prices and make money. And it's all about money. It's not about your health. And at the end of the day, it should be about your health. And it's just really fucked up that they do this kind of stuff. So I'm going to read off a list of things that I can't pronounce, and I'm not going to lie and say I'm going to put a link to anything because I don't even know how to do that. But I will make a list that I'm going to read off and of things that you should look for on the back of the labels. Calcium caseinate, these are things that are really MSG and can be extremely harmful, like causing brain lesions and cancer and giving you gastrointestinal issues and causing acne and body aches and pains and things like that they throw in food, so we buy it and kill ourselves. Hello, it's not right. Calcium caseinate, monosodium glutamate, hydrolyzed oat flour, hydrolyzed protein, plant protein extract, sodium caseinate, yeast extract, texturized protein, autolyzed yeast, hydrolyzed vegetable protein, malt extract, bouillon, broth, stock. Simply saying flavorings. That's MSG. The FDA has allowed for things that say natural flavorings, organic natural flavorings, and flavorings to be words for MSG to hide behind on labels. Seasoning, citric acid, spices, carrageenan, which we talked about earlier, enzymes, soy protein concentrate, soy protein isolate, whey protein concentrate, protease enzyme, and glutamate. That's just like, so, yeah. All this stuff, all these things are terrible for you. I just wish that we didn't live in a world where we can't even go to the grocery store and eat healthy without things being genetically modified and having steroids pumped into them and chemicals placed in our foods simply so that we buy more and become obese and get these health problems so that we go to the doctor and have to get these prescriptions for these medicines that we get hooked on, and simply because it's all done on purpose. The Food and Drug Administration, they're putting terrible things in your food so that you get sick and have to go buy drugs so that they can make money. Hello. Yeah, it's probably a conspiracy. Yeah, people just don't care and are going to continue going on about it. I care. I'm not going to. I'm going to make the best effort I can not to be part of that, because if you know something, you can do something about it. I hope that you take some of the things that I've said into consideration and really look further into the labels of the foods that you eat and try to be healthy, uh, and just more aware. And that's pretty much it. So, good luck, stay healthy, exercise, live well, and be happy.